change in momentum. For this lab I will discuss how to take the position data we were given and use it to find force. From the data we can find the net force by first finding the parallel and perpendicular forces. The parallel force is found by finding the parallel change in momentum, which is the parallel magnitude of momentum times by p hat. The parallel magnitude is the magnitude of the change in momentum d. The perpendicular force is found by first finding the perpendicular momentum, which can be found as the magnitude of momentum multiplied by the change in momentum vector divided by the change in magnitude. Net force equals the change in momentum, which is final momentum minus initial momentum divided by delta t. Now we add the blue arrow to visualize the effects of perpendicular force. This force points in the direction of the orbit. Finally, we add the red arrow to visualize the effects of parallel force. This force points in the same direction as the blue perpendicular force. The net force is equal to the change in momentum. When dealing with force, we have to remember that we do not see the cause, but only the effect. Force acts as the invisible cause, while change in momentum is the effect. So the force is the same value as momentum, but they are two different terms. The parallel net force is related to parallel change in momentum because they share the same values. Force is the cause, while change in momentum is the effect. This means that they are two different terms, although the values are the same. The perpendicular net force is related to perpendicular change in momentum because they share the same values. Force is the cause, while change in momentum is the effect. This means that they are two different terms, although the values are the same. What this asks is it possible for you to find a value for the mass of the new black hole that is different from the mass you found for the original one? The only way to get a different mass for the black hole is if the net force was a different value. Since the question requires that the momentum was not altered, then force would have to be the same. So the answer to the question would be that mass will not change. In conclusion, the cause equals the effect, where force net equals the change in momentum, and parallel force equals the change in parallel momentum, and perpendicular force equals the change in perpendicular momentum. However, they are two separate terms. Mass does not change if the forces